Yo, I'm live. All right, it's your boy ConcertViz34. Just wanted to make a quick video. And this video is about 30 Seconds to Mars and the secondary ticket marketplace. Now, I have my feelings about the secondary marketplace. I think that there are good things about it and there are bad things about it. But I wanted to show an example today very quickly of a good example of the secondary ticket marketplace. I live here in Connecticut, and there is a tour that just has pulled up to the Northeast for back-to-back nights. It's for 30 Seconds to Mars. They are along with some other bands here, and including Walk the Moon is kind of the one that sets the table for 30 Seconds to Mars, and there's a couple other bands as well. I think like Mr. Rives or whatever. Like I'm getting too old to understand some of these bands. But I want to point out something, and I'm looking right behind this camera is Live Nation and StubHub. Now, again, the secondary ticket marketplace can be ridiculous as far as their fees at times, especially for some of the sports and concerts that are very popular. StubHub has some variable fees that they have, and by the time you pay that and pay the ticket, they can be wilding. But at the same time, there are many examples, including the one I'm about to show you for tonight with 30 Seconds to Mars, where the secondary is required. People want to ban the secondary. They want to remove this free marketplace of people reselling tickets, and this is a reason why it shouldn't be removed. Should there be reform? Should there be a better way for fans to get access to tickets last minute that don't cost an arm and a leg? Yes. Are there times where the demand on the secondary is bumped up higher than the actual demand for that show? Yes, there absolutely is. But we're going to look at an example right now where the secondary is where you want to buy tickets, and why you, this is an example of why you shouldn't buy tickets when they go on sale for a questionable tour. So we want to look at the prices here. I am on, let's go to StubHub first. So if you want to get into the show here in Mansfield, Massachusetts, the Xfinity Center, you have some time. You have until 6 o'clock here on the East Coast. That's about 20 minutes or so as I'm recording this live video. Well, these tickets have been like this for a while, so it's not like just because it's right before the show, you know, it's like this. No, this has been going on for the past couple of days, if not weeks. So to get in an open air seat ticket or a lawn ticket is going to cost you $6. That is the cheapest possible price that you can sell for this show, because there's different fees, and then there's a minimum list price that you can have. So that is the cheapest. Open air, 10, lawn, you're going to pay $6. Now, if I want to be right behind the pit, now the pit is somehow sold out, you know, hey, it's the most popular part, and Mansfield has a small pit, for those of you who don't know. If I want to get a Section 3 ticket, just stage right of center there towards the corner, cover Pavilion Row W for 2 tickets, $9 each. That's amazing. Now, if I want to go and I want to get dead center behind the pit, it's $49. And then and so on, the mid pavilion is around that price for dead center, and then the sides are cheaper. They're again also $9. This is on StubHub. Okay, this is the people demonize. Oh, it's evil and the brokers and da da da. Now, yeah, the fees are wilding, but you are getting tickets below face value on StubHub. Even if you if you wanted to buy tickets yesterday, you still were getting below face value. Now let's go to Live Nation. And we're going to take a look. The pit, again, is sold out. Mansfield has a small pit. There are some single tickets you can still buy on Live Nation. This is new. They used to cut real-time ticket purchases day of event. You'd have to buy them at the box office. Well, they've made some changes, and you can buy them right now, get it on your phone, and walk right in. You could be outside the gate, buy the ticket, and in. So a standard ticket that, you know, in the lower level, Section 3, remember, Section 3, I told you that Section 3 for StubHub, you're looking at tickets that start at $9. Section 3 for a single ticket, not together, just a single, towards the back. Section 3, row AA, again, that's the back. That's like row 27 almost. If you take away the pit, they'd be like almost like 27 rows, and then AA starts. seat 11, $99.50 plus fees. And that's, again, that's today. And then you have some tickets that people are selling them. There's a couple pairs of seats, center, left, and right in sections 1 through 3, and they're at various prices. But here's the kicker: Live Nation doesn't allow tickets to go down in price. No one can sell for more than they paid for these tickets. So you're not going to have a ticket under $100 through Live Nation. So the good old primary, we're supposed to trust them and love them, and they make a great experience. They can't be anything cheaper. Mid Pavilion for 30 Seconds to Mars, you're still going to be paying 99 bucks for some of these seats. And towards the back of the Mid Pavilion, $69 and some change for the middle back of the pavilion. And then you get to the upper open air seating in Mansfield, and those are about 50 bucks plus change. So you see, folks, this is why we need the secondary ticket marketplace. Because a show like this, you actually benefited if you didn't buy tickets on the on sale. And here's what fans, if you bought tickets the day they went on sale, you were trying to be a good fan, support 30 Seconds to Mars. Well, guess what's happened? We're going to talk about what happened since the on sale. All right, on sale pops off. First, 30 Seconds to Mars releases an album that is very poppy. Now, they have some more pop vibes, but there's no electric guitar. The electric guitar someone got robbed in the studio, and you can barely use electric guitar for this recent album. And it reminds me a lot of Linkin Park, and again, R.I.P. to Chester, but that last album was, to me, not as good or really close to even the other stuff if you're a fan. If you're not a fan of these bands and you hate this genre of kind of alternative, then all right, I get it. You just don't like it, period. But if you were a fan at some point or are a fan of that genre, then it was disappointing, the album. And guess what? This tour is going to have a lot of the new album because it's the new album. And that's how it works for most bands. Shout out to the bands who don't do that and they mix it up. But okay, so you're kind of screwed over if you bought tickets day of, because now this album that's not that good, it's not what 30 Seconds to Mars has been doing. It's all pop. It's no electric guitar, but in a couple different areas. And then after all that, all things considered, 30 Seconds to Mars loses their lead guitarist. I don't know if it's personal issues. I really hope the best for Timo, but they lose their electric guitarist. You have a 21 Pilot situation for a band that started off with a full band, bassist, electric guitarist, Jared. But Jared's only going to be playing bass on a select amount of songs. So now you're just getting two original kind of band members and backing tracks, and maybe people in the back with the piano or electric guitar. I heard some video from Hartford, Connecticut, right where I lived, that it sounded like they had a piano and possibly electric guitar in the back of house or on the side of stage. But still, this is not a good look if you're a 30 Seconds to Mars fan. And what's funny is you could debate Walk the Moon almost should be the headliner. Walk the Moon is opening, being the last artist in this lineup before them. They have a full band. I think they covered Zeppelin yesterday as well. I saw some snaps because you can look for your snaps in your area. And I believe that they were covering Zeppelin here. I wasn't there, but that's what I heard. And I backed out of this show being a 30 Seconds to Mars fan because of the album and because of the guitar situation. But, the reason I backed out is because of those things. But I didn't buy tickets the day of the event. And this is the reason why. I want to see how a tour is going to be. I don't want to waste all my money and then tickets are going to go down. And guess what? If I would have wanted to still go to the show, which I didn't want to go to, I would have been able to get in for $9. I mean, these tickets were also in Hartford. They're in many of the tour stops except New York City because it's New York City. But it's something where, again, the secondary has its evils. But this is an example, no matter if you hate 30 Seconds to Mars, whether you like other bands, you like different genres, this is exactly why this whole, we're gonna cut out the secondary, this whole Live Nation, we're gonna just have tickets only on our site. Well, no, they're gonna have resale tickets, yeah, but you're gonna be paying above face value because they want to get rid of the tickets that are overpriced and overfeed. And as bad as, fees suck, but you know what? marketplaces like StubHub, they have to protect these tickets. They have to have ways to get you alternate tickets, and that's why the fees are high. The primary, I mean, they're just raising their fees to make more money. They just took a L in a lawsuit. So the reason StubHub's fees are higher, while I wish they were lower, they got to protect the fans. They have to have ways to protect you, give you a full refund if you have an issue, which is very rare on StubHub. It's very, very rare. I've spent hundreds, probably thousands of dollars on StubHub and never had an issue. But there are situations people have issues, but you know what? They to the best of their ability, they fix it, or you get a nice coupon and a refund. But the primary is getting greedy. Less tickets are being sold, but these, Live Nation's making more money, and this is why we need a secondary. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is not 30 Seconds to Mars specific. This is an industry-wide issue with Live Nation. I'll be talking more about it as time goes on this summer, as the summer tour heats up, because I do have some other thoughts and opinions about it, including these venues need to be upgraded. It's a shame when I go to Hartford, Connecticut, and they have the same screens that have been there for the 10 years I've been going to big-time shows there, and I think the screens are probably the ones that were in the mid-90s. It's very poor quality screens. Where you go to an arena, even in Hartford, where we don't have a big sports team, and they've upgraded those screens. They've upgraded the concourse. They've upgraded different stuff. You don't see it in these amphitheaters, and that's a sad thing about Ticketmaster / Live Nation really owning and operating many of these venues. It's your boy ConcertViz34. That's all I have for you guys today, and I'm out.